you very much for joining our virtual trade mission here to connect the UK games industry with the United States equivalent. One of 3 events that we're running on trade. I'll show you through a couple of slides in a second, but just wanted to warmly welcome you. Our speakers are all here in the background. We'll release them in turn so that they can take you through their slides this evening. But I appreciate you joining us at 5:30 here, and most people should be finishing work for the day, and I'm always an advocate of finishing on time. But given the time zones and the nature of the location of the speakers that we've got this evening, the event starts at 5:30 and will run through. We are recording the event. It will be made available afterwards, as will the slides, to all of the attendees, so that we can make sure that you can catch up with all of that vital information as you need. I'm just going to share my screen here and show you a couple of introductory slides just to get us going. So you're joining us for the, let me move that out of the way. So you're joining us here for the virtual trade mission with the UK USA, and one of 3 virtual trade missions that we're actually going to be running in the next week. I'm Sam from Ukie. Ukie are the trade association for video games in the UK, and we help businesses to survive and thrive in this sometimes challenging market. And one of those key things that we do to support games businesses, connect them to games companies from around the world. So creating digital content, all games businesses are in effect creating something that's ready to export and to be sent around the world. But listing on a digital store isn't proactive exporting. We're trying to encourage those games businesses in the UK to make vital connections and have an understanding of the markets that they're going into, so they can maximize that potential and create the best possible opportunities. We kick off tonight with a trade mission with the United States of America, and I'll take you through the speakers in a second. I'm delighted to say that we've been given some excellent support tonight from Creative Enterprise, and we've got them to do a short introduction in a second, who have enabled us to run this event for free. So a big thank you to those. On the screen, you can see there are 2 more events taking place next week, focusing on 2 other really key markets for games businesses to look at. We're going to China on Tuesday, nice and early in the morning, 9 o'clock morning slot, so that we can have speakers joining us from over in Shanghai and Beijing. And that's Tuesday the 16th. There's a list of speakers there. We're doing that event again with Creative Enterprise support and also Barclays Bank, who support quite a few of our trade events. Really delighted for their continued support. Then on Thursday the 18th, we're doing a trade mission with Japan. So it's a fairly new endeavor for Ukie to do work with Japan, but we've lined up some excellent speakers to give you a good introduction on the demographics of the market, what it's all about, and then also some key companies that can share their experiences. And often it's about sharing experiences at a Ukie event. I'm just going to leave this on the screen for the second, so if any of you want to take some photos of this slide, but like I said, the slides will be made available afterwards. There's a whole series of other events and activities that Ukie is running at the moment. The hub crawl takes place every Wednesday evening with absolutely vital guidance on business growth and support through the life cycle of a games business. So fascinating stuff. We're halfway through that tour. The London Games Festival, which is a project run by Ukie Film London, starts on the 19th of March and runs through for 10 days after that. So make sure you get involved in that and have a look at some fascinating business talks there. And 3 other pieces of activities there for you to make note of and have a look at. Now back to this evening's proceedings. I'm delighted to say that we're being joined by 3 experts in very different fields. And the beauty of this event is that we're going to look at accessing the American market from a whole range of different perspectives. So starting with Jeremy, who's going to give us some background on the market and some of those key stats and facts and figures, so you can really understand what you're looking at when you're talking to the American market. Bill joining us from Skystone, an amazing publishing background and some really exciting developments from that company. We finish off with Luke from Gamasutra telling us how to raise exposure and gain profile in America. So a nice broad range there, and hopefully you'll be getting plenty of takeaways at the event. You'll see at the bottom of your screen there's the option to ask questions of our audience in the Q&A button. So if you just click there and type a question in, the speakers will either answer them in the process of the event, but after they've done their sessions, I'll be asking them a couple of questions anyway, and I'll try and integrate the questions at that point.